One tonight. Literally just sat in his chair, turned the computer on, and made it. Rushed tonight. Really rushed. What have we got? Who have we got in chat? There's quite a few in chat. Good evening, as I say, everyone. Good evening, Paul Hinchcliffe. 3D printed dong tools. That's a nice comment for the first comment. Simon62. Hi, Mark. Are you short of a guest? Yes, I am. Do you want to come on, Simon? TVP. Evening, Mark. Do you want to come on, Mark? Very warm welcome to you. Mick King. I hear he's looking for a co-host. Am I? Yeah, well, I mean, it'd be nice to have someone else regular. I mean, Jay's was regular, but he's struggling at the moment. Someone who wants to come on, please let me know. Simon, Salford Vapor. Hello, good evening. Salford Vapor in. Robert Thompson here. The place is all vaping scallywags. The place where all the vaping scallywags hang out. Yeah, well, the odd one. Kieran, not Kieran, Ian, good evening. Kieran probably be in chat as I get to him. Cheech, hello Cheech. Pav, good evening Pav, probably working. Just reading the messages that came through at the same time. Adrian Mason, good evening. And who else have we got? That's a lot of the comments are chats within chats. Kieran, he is there. Simon. Mick King, good evening. Scott Lee, good evening, Scott, and thank you for your lovely review you left the other day. Was it yesterday? But it just goes to prove I do read them, so thanks for that. Is Mark TVP guesting tonight, Kieran? I don't know if Mark wants to come on. Be nice to have him on here. Rufus, good evening. And Lynn, good evening, Lynn. The braided pubic hair. Whoever you are, welcome. John Best, hi John, I hope you're feeling well. Rick Alexander. Shane Gibson, good evening to you. Ian Morgan, I think I've said. Did I say Ian or not? I can't remember. Daniel, good evening. Both my spanners are in chat tonight. Adrian Mason, I've said. Swirling Monk, hello Swirling Monk. Michelle B, good evening. Who else have we got? Albert Valenti, good evening, Albert. Have a quick puff. Peter, good evening, Peter. Have I missed anyone? I don't think so. Scrolling through, trying to recognise the names. Pav's not working again, waiting patiently for the big announcement of the nest. Well, yeah. Fiona, good evening, Fiona. So Mark hasn't messaged back. So hopefully if Mark or Simon want to come on, just put a message in chat and I'll dial you in. Not a problem at all. Or Ian, of course, or Salford. Or all four of you. Or Kieran. So what am I vaping on tonight? If I look tired, it's because I am tired. I'm absolutely shattered, but I am here. Keith Parker, good evening. Hi, Keith. Vape Man, good evening, Vape Man. And Gary Leishman, TVP, yo. So what does yo mean, TVP? Are you coming on or are you not coming on? Everyone put in chat, yes, if they want Mark to come on, TVP. Paul, I think I said hello to Paul, he was right at the start, wasn't he? Vaping on one or two different things tonight. Salford, Mark, I'm not well. Oh dear. So sorry to hear that, David. So no, so Mark hasn't typed back in chat. So we'll wait that. What am I vaping on tonight? Well, one or two new things that have come along. Shane Gibson, good evening. I've got this only arrived yesterday. The Kazoku Tech Mod. The first thing that struck me with this, and I will just say it, it took me forever to open this box. If you're watching Kazoku, and I think you probably are, or said you're going to watch a rerun, Put a half moon in there so we can actually open the thing. How many times have we come across this? It's maddening, really maddening. So that's just a little criticism there of the box, which is nothing much, I know. And here's the mod itself. And I decided to dig the tripod back out, and I've been using it for a couple of days. Do you like the tripod? So Ian has just said he's working early in the morning. Fair enough, Ian. Anyone else been saying anything while I've been chatting away? No, I don't think so. No. Sorry, just looking through. Nope, can't see anything. But that's nothing new for me. No, don't think so. Looks all right. Yeah, it does look all right, doesn't it, Rufus? It's not bad. Thumb firer, so your fire button is here. Fits quite nicely on the sort of, what do you call that, on the knuckle of your thumb. And I think it looks all right with the tripod. I think the tripod quite suits that. Try and hold it up better. It's a bit odd. It looks almost like the tank is going to fly off that way, but it doesn't. It sort of kinks back up, and it's quite heavy. I don't know what the chip is in there. Presumably it's their own. I haven't seen that chip before that I can think of, but it's quite easy to use, and press plus and minus at the same time and it locks the wattage, so no problems there. What else am I vaping on? Well, the suck box, still vaping on that. The DNAs arrived yesterday as well, about another 50 of the DNA suck box variants, so they're here. And the spare tanks, the common tank I think is here, but I don't think the, what's this one called? Brain won't work. 1 in 2 halves that takes the crossbow, etc. I don't think they arrived with this batch. So enjoying that. Got the crossbow inside that one. And I don't know if I should be talking about this or not. I got a prototype sent to me. It's not in production yet, and it's nothing I've had an involvement with. I won't show you too much. I'll just do a quick. There it is. It's a mouth to lung. It's pretty decent, to be fair, and I'm not going to say the maker or anything. It's probably not one that you readily know of, but it's not bad. But I don't want to spoil it for the people that designed it, so I'll keep that. I've vaped it and shown it. It's different. It's a bit quirky, but different. So just have a look through chat again. I might only do an hour tonight, folks. I am absolutely shattered, and you probably won't get the full benefit of me tonight, if you know what I mean. Dion, good evening, Dion. Becca Lumps. Sorry I was late, putting the little one to bed. Nothing wrong with that, Becca Lumps. They have to be put to bed. They don't go themselves, do they? Especially when they're young. Dion, good evening, Dion. Ian Morgan, I've said. John, I've said. He likes where the button's placed on the Kazuku. Let's call it a tech mod. It's easier. TVP 2 mins Mark just setting up. Fantastic. That would be nice to have Mark on. I've watched his video. Was it last Friday? I was actually quite taken back, but we'll discuss that no doubt in a minute. Also, I'm on the dot mod still with the dot shell inside it. It does seem a steady, reliable vape to take out with you. You know, you've never got to worry about it, you know, failing or missing or anything like that. Just seems to work, which is what we all want at the end of the day. It's really good flavour from that dot shell as well. Shane, when are you getting the 18350 tubes for the sup box? They're ordered and paid for. They'll be here very shortly. And I've left my phone on. Oh no, useless. Oh, I did have a message from TVP 40 odd minutes ago. You live. Sorry, Mark. Rufus. So yeah, the 18350 tubes. I reckon probably a week, Shane. Probably a week. I would have thought. Scott Lee, vaping on Tech Division MX1 with the EVL Reaper. And Dion says, do love a good mouth-to-lung vape. Well, talking of which... Mark's ready. I'll buzz you in just 1 second, Mark. I'll just say this piece. I've had version 2 of the True Tank Pro come through. Now, I know it looks the same, but it is different. And, a lot better on the deck. But I'm still got an issue. It's noisy. And it's just a niggle. Flavour is good. It vapes well. I can't have that noise. So something will have to be done about that. Right, excuse me, folks. I'll just try and dial Mark in. Just hide that for a second. Bring up Skype, which we won't news on that. I won't have to use that much longer, with a bit of luck. With a bit of luck. Here he is. Hopefully, all systems go. Is he here? Here he be.
Oh, I better just mute the stream. There you go.
Hang on, let's add you on here.
Don't have my boat race so close, Mark.
You look fine, cool. You're a bit stripy tonight, aren't you?
It's always too close. I don't like to back me out of it.
I don't know if I can on this, but I've got some news on a new system or a software upgrade that's coming for the system that I use. And how can I get rid of that? Don't know.
Okay, that'll do.
I've got a thing here that I can't get rid of. Oh, that'll do. Yeah, good evening, Mark. They're bringing out a software update for this Ecamm Live where it doesn't go through Skype. I send you a link and you just put that in your browser. You go in a green room. I'll bring you in. How much better would that be? So
I don't think this is hard, to be honest, Mark. It's like
it's not hard, but it's just you would also get to see you and I properly on this new system, whereas you don't with this, do you? So I've got to bring chat up again. Don't have my boat race so close. It's not. You look fine. You look absolutely fine. Absolutely fine indeed.
I just always think I look better in like 320p, really far away.
Well, don't we all? Look at me tonight. I've still got me work shirt on and my t-shirt underneath, and I've been so busy. It's just nuts at the minute. Absolutely nuts. But,
well, I've got. I was in work yesterday, and I'm not in now till Tuesday. So.
Oh, aren't you?
Nah, I got like a week to myself, mate. It's glorious.
Lovely. So we'll get straight into it. Your Friday night show just shocked the hell out of me. I thought, for once, I'm going to check. I didn't even look at your thumbnail. I just thought, every Friday I think, I'm going to be on there tonight. I've downloaded the app. I'm going to be part of the quiz. You aren't on. And then when you are on, I'm home late and I miss you. But last Friday I thought, right, definitely. And I knew you were on. And then that announcement came. I was like, oh.
Well, it's like I said on the Friday show, innit? I don't think many people were shocked or surprised. You know, I haven't really done much reviewing recently. You know, Here's the thing. I know 2020 has been a shit year for everyone, hasn't it? So I'm not saying it's like just me, but it's been a shit year for everybody. The sooner we fucking kick this year in the bollocks, the better. But I've had a particularly rough year this year. Especially the last 4 or 5 months have been really, really bad. And a lot of that's down to the vaping. A lot of it's down to the YouTube, the whole TVP thing. So, I'd done 5 years. I decided I didn't have it in me to carry on, Mark. It was like,
That's
you know,
absolutely. If you
do
feel
I
like that, is that?
yeah, do I force myself? You know what I mean? And then it becomes forced, or do I just do one more and go? Thank the people I want to thank. Go out in obvious TVP style at the end, and just leave. So that's what I decided. That's what I decided to do.
But here's the thing in my head. Okay, you bring up your own Friday night show, which
Yeah.
in like 6 weeks goes from 0 to really popular. You introduce a quiz, a phone in with Madam Back Passage or whatever she is. Who is it?
We'll just call her Dean.
Yeah, just call her Dean. And I thought, do you know what? He's done it again. He's and something new, something different, something original. And I didn't think you'd give up on that. I thought because you'd done well with that. Even if you didn't do reviews, I thought that would.
Yeah, so the Friday night show was supposed to be originally the kick up the arse. That's just to give me that kick up the arse and say, right, you can still. And I genuinely don't want this to sound conceited or big-headed because that's really not me. But it was supposed to be the kick up the arse to say, yeah, you still got it. You can still do it. You can still have a laugh and entertain people. And I kind of hoped that would progress into doing the reviews again, but it wasn't there, Mark. Although I really loved doing the Friday night show, I could have stayed and just literally done the Friday night show, but that's ultimately I'm a reviewer. I'm not an entertainer. I'm a vaping reviewer. So I had to make the decision, and that's what I did.
Yeah, I get that, but whether you like it or not, you are an entertainer, aren't you? You are.
Yeah.
You have got a personality that people want to see, and I just thought, it's pride because you done really well. It's original. I even said, I might nick your idea. Do you know what I mean?
Well, they'll all be nicking my ideas now, Mark. They're all like fucking inventing the quiz and the live phoning, won't they? But you know what I mean? It is what it is. I tried, and it's not the first time I tried. I've tried multiple times this year to give myself that kick up the arse, and it just hasn't worked. I guess life gets in the way. You know what I mean? YouTube used to be everything I thought about, man. I wanted to be TVP. I wanted it to be successful. I wanted to improve and get better. And over the last year or 18 months, real life's become that. You know what I mean? I want to improve as a father. I want to improve as a person. And the YouTube's just become taking a back seat. And
yeah,
it is what it is, my friend. Would I have liked to have stayed? Would I have liked to have that passion back? Of course I would. Of course I would. That nothing would have pleased me more. But listen, there's plenty more fish in the sea, mate. There's plenty of reviewers out there you can watch.
Plenty more for. Yeah, I mean, you are right. There are plenty of other reviewers, but I've known you a long time, and I guess that one caught me on the back foot because I hadn't read your thumbnail. I wasn't ready for it. I didn't realise that was what you were sort of had in your head as doing.
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone, Mark. I didn't tell
you?
No. But because I know people have taught me out of it in the past. You know what I mean? People have said, "Oh, give it a week, give it a fortnight, give it a month," and it's like, and I've done. But this time, it's something I've been thinking about for weeks and weeks and weeks, and I decided just not to tell anyone, just to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, Mark.
But like I said on Friday, Mark, I'll still be here supporting you guys. I don't mind guesting now and again, especially on your show. And I've not vanished into thin air from the vape scene. I'm still going to be around. The group's still there and stuff like that. It's just I had to make a decision on my own channel. And
of course, I was waiting for you to review my Nest, which you now won't be doing, will you?
Oh. Do you know what? I'll give it some glowing words on the Facebook group and on Instagram. I'll do an Instagram review for you.
And I actually forgot to say I was vaping on the Nest as well. Here it is, folks.
In all its glory. Are you getting on with that RDA now? Anyway, are we close?
Right, I have got some news on the RDA, on the Nest. It was sent our time last night, and I've now got a tracking number. Oh, is that the Dovpo?
No, it's the new. I say new. It's the new Aegis. I don't know what it's called. Aegis Hero, the little tiny little fucking thing.
Another all-in-one.
I know, yeah, and another Aegis. Believe it or not, this must be like the 765th Aegis.
So, are you left-handed, Mark? I didn't realise that.
Ambidextrous, me.
So what you need to do is bring your left hand down and then just throw that over your head because it is an all-in-one.
That better.
That's better. Cheech, there's a message from Cheech in chat. Why does he keep getting banned? I don't know, Cheech. I haven't read anything you said, but if you keep your comments civil, you won't get banned. Simple as that. So that's the easiest way to distinguish that.
Give us the news, Mark. Jesus, people are dribbling in chat. Come on.
Oh, come on. Let me have a look then. Madam Back Passage, Becca Loves Love. I can't remember what it was. What would she call herself?
Oh,
What did Dean call herself?
oh, Madam Whiplash.
That's it. Well, that's close, wasn't I? Whiplash, that's it. It was the sweat from the neck rolls that made me laugh when he said that, and he died of laughter.
In fairness, Mark, when I started doing the phoning, I thought the calls were going to be way worse than that. I thought I was going to have to like really censor people, but in fairness, everyone played along and everyone was decent, man. I don't even think even the trolls didn't bother like ringing in, so it was good.
Yeah, no, it was good. Vape Bunny's dentist. Anyone seen Vape Bunny? She's 43 years overdue an appointment. What's that?
You don't want to know, Mark. Just keep going.
Okay. That's obviously something you understand and I don't. Yeah, DE said he was watching the other UK reviews, but TV is right. It's all kind of going the same. Oh, I see. Is right. It's all going the same boring direction. Maybe because you're so outspoken, Mark. Your personality is so bold. You've got so many fans. I mean, yeah, you were. If it was in your head, it came out of your mouth, really, didn't it, Mark?
Well, it is, and that's not always a good thing, Mark. I know people appreciate that, but it's got me into a lot of trouble over the years. Probably more than I care to fucking deal with at times. But you know, we came up in a different era. It's nothing. It was nothing like it is now when we were doing it. You were literally on your toe, dog eat dog. But it's not like that anymore. And it's a shame you don't really see the personalities anymore, and that disappoints me. Really, really disappoints me. I want to see personalities. I want to see people. I want to see something different. I don't want to see the same reviews over and over of different people on the same products, and it just feels something like rehashed. You know what I mean?
It does a bit, and I don't think the fact that we've had nothing but pods and all-in-ones for a long time.
No, it doesn't help. Of course, that
hasn't helped. And I don't know about you, but I keep getting sent these things like from Arter and stuff. Now I just say I can't review a pod. It's just unless they're good or different or something exceptional. I don't want to review one. And I don't want to stock them either as a business.
Exactly. All mine went in. I've got a big Sainsbury's bag there. If I got a pod in for review, straight in there. I must have a bag with about 50 in there upstairs. Just like I'm not like you said, unless it's exceptional. And sometimes I will try it if it looks a little different or the coils look half decent. I will give it a whirl, and if it's really good, you know, it might have got a feature on the channel, but nah.
A lot of people saying "Mark My Words" was fun. They all enjoyed it. Just what you don't want to hear, isn't it, really? Gonna miss Mark My Words, only banter. I had a word with Mike that night, actually, afterwards. MF.
Okay,
yeah. Rob, good evening, Rob.
I know a few people are saying maybe I'm starting a new channel or something like that, because apparently all I said was it's the last video on TVP's channel. But listen, I can categorically say for all the fuckers out there, there'll be no new channels. All right, forget about that.
You're not doing one on cosmetics or anything like that? Or
No, I thought about doing makeup, but with a face like this, it'd cost me a fortune to look half decent, wouldn't
better get a home base for some polyfiller or something.
it? Exactly. You bastard, man. That was harsh.
One of a kind always will be. I haven't missed that much in chat, have I? Anyone seen the Dovpo Top Gear?
Oh, God. Have you seen it?
No.
What they've done back is, so they made a DNA 250 mod with the traditional DNA 250 buttons on, yeah, the 3 buttons.
Right.
Then they've put a wheel on the top to make it look like the top side, and you can adjust the power and everything on the wheel as well.
Right.
Which just seems, why put the buttons and the wheel on at the same time? So it looks like a squonk mod. That's not a squonk mod. Just, I think Dovpo are losing the plot, to be honest.
No, well, you know, they're not a fan of me, and I'm not a fan of them at the minute. That's, you know, it's purely that I just didn't like the way they treated me, to be honest. Nothing against their products. I think most of their products are very, very good. Some have got reliability issues, as you'll probably.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're not, you know, by any stretch of the imagination, they're far from perfect, but they have pumped out some quality products the last 12 months. But this thing just seems like, I don't know, like they're just clutching at straws for a bit of something different. Just seems like they're clutching it. Listen, I think it, and as soon as I saw the video, I thought, well, if you're going to put the control wheel on the top, take the buttons off the front. Make it nice and clean on the front, so you've just got one control knob. Yeah. Why have the buttons and the control knob? It makes no sense. It just seems a bit gimmicky to me.
Just to tease Michelle B, that is. Want to pre-order the Nest like yesterday. Yeah, they're on their way. I've got a tracking number, both a stainless steel and matte black.
Oh, you've gone with matte black, have you?
I have, yeah.
Yes.
Canthal coils, stainless steel coils, and nickel. Do I mean nickel?
An 80.
No, what do I mean?
You don't mean nickel temp control. You mean like NI80.
Oh God, nichrome is
whatever the fuck they call it these days.
Nichrome. I told him I am so tired. I was working Saturday and Sunday trying to catch up with all the work I've got. It's just nuts.
Hang on, Mark. I've got something for you. Hang on. Just let me get my world's smallest violin out. You know? Done a bit of work, have we?
I've got something for you as well.
That was for the polyfiller comments.
Right, fair enough. Oh, you know what we haven't got tonight, don't you? We've got no echo. I bought a new microphone. Bought a Rode. Rode. Yours.
Oh, you finally got a Rode, dude. Superb, honestly, superb microphones.
Yeah, they are good, and we've got no echo. And I did the SUP box. Just a quick review of that, and like an unboxing. And when I played it back afterwards, it sounded awful. I thought I'm just not going to put up with this microphone any longer. So, and it was actually cheaper than the microphone I had. I got the newer one, Mark. Here it comes, dangling above me. There it is.
you've got the fancy pants one, have you?
Well, they're not. They're cheaper than yours, aren't they? But it's the.
Is it still USB? Straight USB?
Yeah, but really, it's got pop filter all built in and everything. It's really
good. The thing is with microphones, it's one of the most important aspects of any video, having really good sound. You can get away with a bit of grainy video here and there, so long as you sound fantastic. I've always thought
that. Yeah, you're right, Pav. Someone's noticed the site. The Nest banner is already on the Naturevape site. Yes, it is. Also, I spent time at the weekend and all the listing for the Nest is done, but it's just hidden at the moment until they arrive, and then it'll just magically appear.
Can't you get Tina to do all that on the website?
No, Tina does enough. Tina's got her own business as well, so you know she's got her own things to look after. Bless her, she works hard for me in the mornings packing. And then she's got a dog grooming business, so that she does that as well. So we're just busy people, Mark. Busy.
Nothing wrong with that, mate. Keep that dollar rolling in.
Ting.
It's like that, isn't it? You like just throwing 20s on the bed, you and Tina, like raining money.
If I was still smoking, Mark, I'd be lighting fags with £20 notes.
No, the Salford Vape said there, that's where I go wrong, shit sounding video. Well, listen, we all start somewhere, Salford. We don't all start with road mics and really good cameras. You got to start somewhere. But what I'm saying is, when you look at improving, the first thing I would look at doing is getting good sound. You know what I mean? Again, I've just said it, but you can get away with some grainy video, even if it's like just 720p. You can get away with that. If you sound fantastic, nobody wants to listen to that tinny shit, especially now when a lot of people listen on or watch on mobile phones and stuff like that, and tablets. If it sounds shit, they're just going to switch off straight away. So always focus on getting really good sound.
I think sound is probably the number one thing, isn't it? You know, that you can get away with people perhaps not seeing every part of the deck or something, but if the sound's bad, it's awful. It's not. You don't want to listen, do you?
No, even I've done it before. I've watched or seen a video that I'm really interested in. Click it on and it sounds like he's talking in a fucking baked bean can. You just switch off. Like, I can't listen to that.
Kieran got a nice parcel today. The Aston RDTA and premium add-on pack. Wow. Spencer, flat cap on 3 different shows a week. You see, I'm not going to knock flat cap at all because he started something new, Mark, with his his photography side of things, with his like animation at the start. I hadn't seen that done by anyone else.
Yeah, I feel like I owe Gaz a bit of an apology. I went in a bit harsh on him Friday, and you know, if he does watch this back, I do apologise because I watched a bit of the Saturday Night Vapor where someone pointed me to it on Saturday, and they absolutely tore me a new arsehole, and probably rightfully so. To be honest.
Did they? I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I'm not too bothered because I was quite happy and quite proud actually because I think it's about time they grew some stones and actually said something. But I do feel like I was a little harsh on Gaz on Friday because he is very good at what he does, and he's quite a nice quite a nice chap. So if you do see this, Gaz, I do apologise. There you go. I can say sorry.
It is in you. Dame666, sorry, just joined. Love this Mellow Vape show. It's great. Yes. Now, what he's put here, I'm going to put that comment on the screen because there was one thing you said you were going to discuss on Friday and you didn't. Your new RTA.
Okay, yeah.
You forgot.
Well, I'm not sure where we're at with it, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. Now, I need to speak to him. The first prototype's manufactured, it's done, ready. But I don't know whether they've been on holiday or something over there, but I've not actually managed to get through to them yet. So we need to have a discussion. We need to have a conversation on where we're going to go going forward. If they want to pull the plug, they can pull the plug. But I think it'd be a shame because of all the work we've put in. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But if anything happens, you lot will be the first to know. I'll tell Mark or I'll tell Dean or whatever to get the info out there. But hopefully it's still a go.
Yeah, well, I hope so. But you can keep me informed on that anyway, can't you? And
of course, Naturevape will have exclusivity rights.
Look after those that look after you.
Exactly, my friend.
Rob, UK Vapes, can't wait to try the Nist. And you will, Rob, very soon, very soon. It will be coming. Stuff from China's coming really quick. Usually about 3 days now. So what with Tuesday, I'll probably get it hopefully Friday, but I'm going to say it might be next Monday. If it comes Friday, I will do my video over the weekend and I'll probably post reviewer samples out on Monday, I would have thought. So, but there's quite a lot to sort of post out. There's extra bits with it. So, like different types of cotton, different types of coils, as I said.
Yeah. So you said earlier, Mike, you got the True Tank second prototyping. What's your thoughts on that?
The flavour is good. The vape is good. I don't think it looks. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it looks the prettiest. I don't think it looks the ugliest. And you can probably see a spinny wheel there and a spinny wheel there. The airflow options are really, really good, but it's just the noise, Mark. It's the noise. You vape mouth to lung, you shouldn't have noise, in my opinion.
Do you know what I think that is probably a factor of that? The first thing I noticed when you put that up again, just hold it up again, Mark.
It's the 3 holes, I think. They're just
Yeah, no,
drawing.
the first thing I noticed was the
Where
length
is it?
of it. It's quite tall, and I don't like that.
I think if you saw inside it, Mark, you wouldn't be quite so concerned about it being tall.
Okay.
I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
Along,
I kind of wish it was, especially a motor lung. That's the one thing I used to dislike about, the original Cairns. They were very, very tall. And you could understand when you looked at the deck, but you see a lot of motor lungs now, like the Glas Mini and stuff like that, very, very small
they are very short. Well, there's the
yeah.
tripod against it.
Mm.
Mine camera.
Oh, it's not too bad, yeah.
It probably looks. What makes it look tall is this balanced thing.
Yeah, Rufus is right as well. The chamber looks absolutely massive.
Yeah, it does. But again, if you saw inside it, you wouldn't essentially.
Yeah, but obviously, Mike, you talk. I've been around RTAs a long time, as you have. Would that not? Well, I can't even comment again without seeing the deck, so no, I'll retract that.
But it's you know when you get hold of something like this new tank, which I can't really discuss what it is. I saw that and I thought, oh, that's pretty. I like that. That's a nice little tank. And I couldn't wait to get a coil in it and try it. And that's what I want mine to do. And that's what it doesn't feel at the minute it's doing for me. I'm just being honest. I'd love to be bulling it, but I'm only going to bull something if I've got reason to. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Well, I'm guessing that the deck of the new Troop fills up a lot of that chamber.
It does. It does. Yeah, it does. And I think we'll get there, but it's still not right. I mean, when the early one was, I was so disappointed with the early one.
Well, you're running in prototype too, Mark. Sometimes it takes 4, 5, 6 prototypes.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You feel like you're being a pain in the neck to say, no, change that. And I changed so much from the first one. I was just, to be blank, I was horrified when I saw it and tried it, the first one.
Well, each iteration, you're going to change something, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. And by the time you get to prototype 4, you just want one thing changing and it's perfect.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of prototype stage. If they don't like it, then suck it up, buttercup, because you don't want to be selling a shit tank.
No, and I don't, and I won't. To be honest, I'd rather just rip all the paperwork up than I would, do that. Definitely.
Exactly. Why would anyone get a prototype and it's shit and go, yeah, let's sell it? No.
So will some do, Mark, and they're the same type of people that I'm going to just say how it is in my head that would have filled their site with Kanga products in the early days and just made lots of money because they weren't selling them because they were the best, were they? They were selling them because they had the name and that's what people knew.
Yeah, exactly. I think if you're going to do something, be proud of it and make it absolutely spot on. Otherwise, don't bother. And if a company's not going to work with you on that, then don't bother with them. Move on to someone else.
Yeah. Dame 660, yes, I'll have to get the Nest. Well, I hope a lot of people do, to be honest. The Nest 30 milliliter RDA shakers, yeah. I hope a lot of people do. I'd like to think I'm going to be supported on it. I've
said to you many, many times, Mark. Once that RDA hits the market and people start talking about it, that fucking thing is going to sell like water in a desert. Trust me, like unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because it's something new, it's something innovative, it's something different, banging flavour, looks nice. I think it's just going to sell by the fucking absolute bucket load. I really, really do. And I think once the word of mouth spreads, like, have you seen this new Nest idea? Check this out.
Shall I show people the deck now or not, do you think?
Yeah, people are going to be on it like a carbonic, man. Are you ready? Are you actually going to do it? I think, Mark, before you do that, you need to, can you get a close-up of it? I'm
going to go on the other camera.
Let's do this.
Go on the other camera. Let me... Is
this a world exclusive?
This is... Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, it is.
Are you ready?
I think I teased people enough last week, and sorry, folks, you'll have to ignore my filthy hands.
Well, the thing is, Mark, they're on the way now. You've got the tracking number, so I think now's a very good time.
It can't be copied now, so let's just zoom this camera in if we can. Wrong way. Come on, Mark. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Don't be zooming me in.
Are we zoomed? No, we're zoomed. We're in. Ignore my filthy hands, folks, and I do apologise. I've been working hard, and it's a lot of that on the index finger is cut.
That's a good question. Rufus just said, are you going to be sending it to any USA reviewers?
Yes, I would like to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fagan mentioned it a few weeks back, and I saw that.
Did he? Yeah. So there you go. You can see the coil inside. Now there are. It looks a bit like a sub-ohm tank, I suppose, but it's different to that. And if I can point with something,
look at that.
These, I don't know if, how am I going to point? There, see that little line there? Let's do it there, and there, and there's another one in here somewhere. There. It's in its own little capsule. You understand, don't you, Mark?
I do.
And the capsule gets built separately. Yep. Slots in with an O-ring in the bottom. The wires get put on the terminals, and then you just pack cotton around the outside.
Cotton all around the side, so you're not actually wrapping the full coil. You're just going to actually pack cotton down the side,
and that just acts as a wick to supply juice to the inner cotton.
And fuck me, does that hold some juice?
Go back to we haven't got Mark on here now. There you go. It does hold some juice, and of course, as I've said before, it cannot leak because it's held in that cotton, held in there.
Oh, banging airflow, banging flavour. No, it doesn't squonk. Absolutely not.
You cannot squonk it. Cannot squonk it.
And do you know what? Good. It's about time someone come out with just an RDA. That's an RDA. Forget squonking. How many RDAs have squonkers got now? Like millions of them. So we just want an RDA that you can drip down, drip away to your heart's content. Good flavour, good airflow, innovative.
Well, it's how can I put it? I mean, you've obviously had one, Mark. You've tried it.
I've got mine here.
It's nice that when you fill it, you don't get the spit, do you? So you can put in what you like. You don't get the spit from it. And obviously, you don't. Normally, with a squonker, you can, if you over squonk too much, you've got all that. Your best part's got juice in your mouth to start with. Then you go through that lovely phase of, oh, this tastes really nice, and then you get that, oh, now I need to squonk it again because it's getting dry. Well, you can vape this for a long, long time, can't you, Mark? Just on one top up.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying it looks like a sub-tank coil in RDA, which is absolutely correct, because everybody in chat knows, right? The innovation in sub-tanks was mesh, all right? As soon as mesh were introduced to sub-tanks, it took them up like another 6 levels, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sub-tanks became the closest they will ever come to an RTA. Really, really did. Some of the sub-tanks now are absolutely phenomenal. So why not put that concept into something you can rebuild in an RDA, especially an RDA? Why not? I just think it's, yeah, I'm down. As soon as Mark showed me weeks ago, I was down for that, man.
Definitely different. I was just looking through chat to see what people thought of the initial show of it.
I think people are going to be suitably impressed. And like I said to Mark when he sent mine, you know, if this thing sucked, he'd have got told, man, it's garbage. But trust me, very, 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 very good. Yeah, I had mine on a mech, Gary. I had mine on a mech. The only thing I'll say is because it's, I think this was a 0.2 coil, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. They're all 0.2.
Yeah, it didn't really hit me as much as I would like on a mech. So maybe in the future, if you come out with a 0.1 or a 0.12, something around them, Mark, for a mech, if you brought out a mech coil, something to think about, Mark, would be really, really good.
Yeah, well, different coils can be added at a later date. These are three, I thought probably 3 different materials. I think most people are going to want stainless steel, to be honest, in there.
Yeah.
But there's some people that are still Canthal lovers. They love their Canthal more than you probably realise. I know when we do our other Canthal coils, they sell really well. And you look at Canthal as being a bit old hat, but it's not in some cases.
No, it's not. And listen, if you're putting that on a regulated device, Canthal's perfect, absolutely perfect. If you're putting it on a mech, then you do want something like stainless steel, because Canthal, obviously, as everyone knows, it's got that slow ramp up. So you do want stainless steel or nichrome on a mech. But I think if you did come out with that 0.1 variation, it'd be absolutely killer.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that.
Because
Change that.
you think, right, mechanical mod lovers, right, love the idea of an RDA you can drip and for 15, 20 pulls without re-dripping. That's like a dream to them. It's a dream for mech users.
Yeah, yeah, you're right enough. Rufus says it looks like a builder's kind of RDA. A builder.
Of course, you can tinker with it. You can tinker away with it. You can, you know, yeah.
Rufus, how does the airflow work? Well, the airflow comes just basically from underneath straight through the whole centre of that coil. That's how it works.
Yeah, Merc, put the 0.2 work well on the mech. I just prefer, especially on a mechanical mod, that little more heat.
And you will be, David. Salford's looking forward to trying it.
Is he getting one, is he?
I think a lot of people will, because it is different, isn't it? And there is nothing like that. I've never come across it, and I do think that's why hopefully people can now understand why I didn't show it before, because I do believe it'll be copied. Do you think it'll be copied, Mark?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I just wanted a head start on it before, everyone copies it.
And no, again, Mark, if it takes off like I think it's going to, of course it's going to get copied, yeah. But you can always hold your head up and say, that's mine.
Yeah.
I did that.
Pav saying, can we see the spare coil? Do you know what? I should have bought up. No, I'll tell you, Pav, the weekend, but the coils are like bespoke for it. But they're not a lot of money, and they'll be in packs of 10, and I've ordered lots of them. A lot of the time, remember the COG? Was it the COG? Not the COG. COG? Yeah, there's EH Pro COG RDA.
No, What's did the COG out here?
Yeah, not the COG. The lock. It's the lock. Yeah. What a lot of people don't realise is that was Best Parts My Design. That was yeah. And the design for that, I mean, I didn't put my name to it because I didn't at the time. I didn't think it was all right, but it was. And I said that with the mesh coils, put it in like a fuse, and I even showed them a UK 13 amp fuse going in a plug. I said, you want to put the coil in like 2 C clamps, and then just feed the wick through it. But they were bespoke coils for that, but EH Pro as always said, no, sorry, we're not making them anymore, we can't get them. That's why with this I was determined. I've ordered so many coils, Mark, I will be able to service these Nest RDAs for a long time.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want to be running out.
No, I thought I'm not going to have that again. So sorry, Pav, yeah, you can see it, but they're basically like a strip of mesh with 2 wires like that. A bit like a finishing flag. That's how they are. But I mean, they've been specially made for it, and we can make different. If people think I want a bit lower ohms for mech mods or whatever, then
it's basically, and all it is a stock coil mesh coil, because the legs go down the same way, it wraps the same way, so it's a stock coil mesh coil. So they're not going to be hard to make. Let's say if you did run more, I'm sure anyone could make.
No, they can be made.
You think the way a stock coil goes, Matt? So it goes round. The legs go down. One goes in. One goes out.
Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same process.
It is. Yeah. So you have to buy the coils for it pre-made. Yeah, they're. Do you know what? Should I go and get a coil so I can show everyone?
Yes, but you don't have to use the pre-made ones. You could build your own coil if you wanted to. That's what I'm saying. You could tinker with it and put your own vertical coil in. Absolutely no problem. Pack that full of wick. See how that... You can tinker. You don't have to use the mesh coils, do you?
I think... I hadn't even thought of doing that,
What, you've not even tried that, Mark?
I haven't, to be honest. Because I had it in my head for mesh. Because normally mesh... Yeah, the mesh coils are normally like cylindrical, aren't they? Normally.
Yeah, but right, so let's say you've got some flat wires, or not some flat wires, just some normal stainless steel round wire.
Yeah.
You could build a 6-7 millimeter internal diameter coil and a vertical coil, pop that in, pack it with wick, see how that goes. You could even make the coil, right. And let's say you use Muji, Mark. Use the coil, take the layer off the top layer of the Muji, wrap that around the coil, insert the coil, and then pack it with the soft cotton around the side.
Yeah. Well, I
You
have
should try that.
actually built that with normal Muji, just not taking the top and bottom sheets off on the inner piece, and it
Oh.
vapes just as well. So you don't actually need any bespoke sort of cotton or anything like that.
Do you know what I think, Matt? Before you actually do the instruction video when they do arrive, I think maybe try it out. Try and build a little because it'd be something interesting to put in the introduction video as well. If it is doable and it's workable.
I'm just trying to think how you can do it, because both legs come up the same way, don't they? Whereas
Yeah.
you wrap a coil. No, it ain't going to work, Mark.
Of course it's going to work. You just manipulate the legs with your pliers. So, and to save getting a short, you wrap the cotton around one, so you don't get a short when it's coming up.
What, and bring the wire up?
Bring the wire up around the
Yeah.
cotton. Put that in.
Do that. Yeah, you could do that. Yep. And Rob says 100% super smart. Thank you, Rob. Mouth to lung. Yeah, do you know what? Scott Lee said that. And a mouth to lung mesh version. That's what was. I did touch on this a few weeks ago. That's what was in my head, because I thought, if it can be done for this, you could do a mouth to lung version, couldn't you?
Mm.
What's to stop you? Nothing. And I think it could be done. And that's what's in my head. But it'd be quite be quite interesting when it will be copied, but hopefully people are going to say, yeah, but Naturevape did it first. 2 fingers. Oh dear. Adrian says, looks good, just direct to lung isn't me. Maybe a smaller mesh for mouth to lung. It's not going to suit everyone, but hopefully the direct to lungers out there and the people that do like the odd rip on an RDA will like it. Did you skin a zebra? That's your top.
I love this shirt. Thank you.
Swirling Monk, 0.2 on a good single mech is leisurely vape, tiny bit low would be good. Yeah, so what sort of... I usually go about 0.16, 0.17.
I'm a get me, Mark.
Go on, you're lower than that, and you're about...
I probably shouldn't say this on it. I'm like 007, mate. That's my mech, but yeah.
Oh, James.
Miss Moneypenny? No, I do. I like it nice and hot on a mech. So.
Oh, Kieran missed it. We'll play bloody kid. Yeah, well, you can see it on the stream, so it's not a problem. John Best says, can you put a normal coil in it as well? I haven't even, honestly, I haven't tried. And because, you know, when sometimes you're so fixed on something going down a certain route, you can't see the wood for the trees, can you? And you've got this like purpose in your mind. I'm very much like, I've got a bit of an obsessive character, really, in a way. If I've got something in my head, I'll just see it through until it's finished. That's how I am.
Yeah.
Not always a good thing, but sometimes can be. Chunk is in chat. It's a little throwback to the olden days.
Fucking hell, how far behind are you, Mark? Jeez,
I don't know, not far.
Huh?
Not far.
Not
Why,
15
Chunk?
minutes,
why is that a throwback to the olden days? Why? How can it be when it's not been done before?
No, I don't think it is. I think Chunk's been eating too many Welsh cakes, I think.
Adrian, very innovative. That's always a hard word to say, isn't it? Innovative. Rob said probably be copied, but everyone will know the original and legit version. Yeah, I mean, I do think it'll be copied because people have, in general, run out of ideas, and it is hard to, you're designing a new RTA, Mark, to think of something fresh, new, original. And it can't just be fresh, new, and original. It has to be an improvement as well. It can't be worse than what we've currently got.
No, and of course it has to work. That's
to work.
ultimately it has to work like you want it to work. If it doesn't work, it's all good and well being innovative. If it works like shit, or it's horrific to build or whatever, or it's got nasty airflow, then it's pointless.
And yeah, John, mesh with non-resistance wire and legs. Yeah, quite right.
And I'm pretty sure, Mark, many vapors over the years have come up with stupendous ideas, but when you put that into reality, it's just never going to work.
The amount of times I've got drills and Dremels and stuff out thinking, I've got this amazing idea, I know it's going to work, and I do it, and I spend hours, and Tina thinks I've lost the plot, and it doesn't work at all. A bit.
Yeah, that's why most RTAs are designed the way they're designed, because they just work.
A bit like my fly trap.
Okay, now here we go with his death trap again. Jesus Christ!
Oh dear.
Fly trap. You could catch midgets with that.
I'm going to take that to Expo and tell everyone it's a new vape. Just lick the copper and see what you think.
I've got a few people on my list who I want to lick that, Mark. So you take it.
Are you up for the challenge? It's all for charity, mate. Just lick the grid.
Just one little lick.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that. I showed you that, didn't I, with the screwdriver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to lick that. Lee Welsh, Mark, RTA. So is he talking to you or me? There's too many marks. Like a stovetop coil. Yeah, I remember the stovetop coils. I remember them.
Oh yeah,
that was Rip. Wasn't
that was an old Rip Trippers.
Yeah, it's Rip Trippers. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when Rip Trippers used to be fucking very good at what he did.
He was. When I hear Naturevape, I think of weed vapes. That says more about you than me.
Do you gonna sell up? I can read you like a book now, Mark.
Can you?
Any news on your co-host anyway?
Well, Jay, I messaged him last week actually, and he didn't. I didn't hear anything until I think the show was about to end. He said, "Sorry, mate, just been so busy." So I think other things have taken over.
Okay.
Jay's life, I think, to be honest, and I'd like to have Jay back, but we all have other things to do in life, and if it doesn't fit in with his schedule, then I fully understand. Yeah, Kieran says fold one leg under the wrap with cotton like the old days, etc. But that was a faff, wasn't it? Do you remember trying to make the Nautilus coils, Mark?
Yeah.
Did you ever try and rebuild one?
Yes. Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. It's a faff. It is a faff. Don't get me wrong, but again, what I'm saying, if you like tinkering, it's more than doable.
Yeah. Oh, it's doable. Yeah. I remember doing them though, and the thing that happened to me, I don't know if you had the same experience. You'd spend ages you'd bring the wire, or you go down, then you'd put a wrap of cotton around, then loop the wire up, and you thought to start, cool, I've done a good job of this. This vapes really well for about half a day, and then the cotton started to ease underneath and slowly block that thing.
Yeah, just sink. I also did it as well a few times where I'd do that and then give it a pulse and the leg would just go snap, being like, fuck, bastard.
That's a good idea, Salford. Naturevape Mark challenge, put another coil in. So there's a challenge to everyone to come up with original coils to fit it once you got it.
Listen, if I was a reviewer, I'd do it with my fucking eyes shut. Like Stevie Wonder. Just building a fucking coil.
Stevie Wonder. Chunk. We used to rebuild the old Atties like that 10 to 12 years ago, but we were on 12mm diameter in those days. I don't know what Chunk's on about. What's he on about? We used to rebuild them like that.
I don't know, but I want what Chunk's been drinking tonight, definitely.
Chunk, What are you talking about?
12mm diameter. That'd be like sucking a fucking drain pipe chunk. Like re-wicking a drain pipe, man.
Chunk's got his nail varnish out again, hasn't he?
Sniffing some old newsprint there, some chunk, I think. Jesus.
Oh, Rob says, I've got a plan on how you can make your own coils without messing around with cotton to stop shorts. Watch this space. Well, there you go, Rob. The challenge is laid. I'd like to see it. Pav, yes, Mark, you did a vertical build on the tank, which shall not be naming here. You did a vertical build on that tank, we shall not be... Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, that was on the Pandora, wasn't it? I did one on the Pandora. I did a vertical coil build. Yeah, so I mentioned it, Pav. Yeah, the Pandora. I wasn't big enough for Pandora for their RTA.
Small fry. Small fry, baby.
Yeah. Well, what I'll say to you, Mark, is where are they now? Have you heard of them recently?
Exactly. Fuck all.
Where are you now? I'm still here.
Oh, Dion says, never tried silica wicks. I wonder what they're like. Oh, Jesus.
You've missed zero.
Missed absolutely nothing. Terrible.
Michelle B, I saw your comment earlier, right, actually, about Instagram. Thank you very much. I would appreciate that. She said she was going to take some pics and put on there. And John Bess, yeah, building Nautilus coil was a pain. And I've caught up with chat. Well done, me. I always wanted to find an easy way to build those coils, like almost like a jig. I made a long time ago, Mark, a method of making space coils around a piece of threaded rod, and literally threaded rod. Screw it in, unscrew the threaded rod, and there's your perfect space coils. And I think someone can have a look if you want on my channel. That video got something like I'm going to guess at 30,000 views. You know, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think that's where some reviewers get it wrong. They think they have to spend a fortune on all the kit. You make a video like that that's interesting. You buy a piece of Canthil or stainless steel wire and a bit of threaded rod, and instantly your channel has got loads more subs. And that's probably what you were alluding to, that you want personalities to come out of it again and not just people doing the same stuff, isn't it?
It's Not Smoke says, Mark, put off promoting house-made coils until you sell all the pre-made ones. Yeah, no, you can't rebuild it yourself. You've got to use the nets.
You've got no chance. What you need is 6 packs of these coils.
You need minimum 100 of them. But that's not even good saying that, is it? Because then you're saying like one lasts a day, so you got to rebuild it. No, I didn't mean that.
Daniel sent a picture of the Nest coils on Skype. I sent Daniel one. He's does a lot for me, and I sent him one, and he was like super impressed. You can come clean now, Daniel. I've told everyone I sent you one. Super impressed with the flavour from the RDA. Here we go. So that's a picture of the coils. That's what they look like.
Yeah.
And Daniel's home phone number is on the... No, it's not.
So, is it really? Hang on. It's Daniel Bellin.
Oh, dear. What's this old chunk? The chunk's still on, though. It's not just me thinking about it. What's it on? Kieran, like the old 510 bow, but how did you pronounce it? I never knew how to pronounce it. Boge, weren't they? Cartos.
Boge Cartos.
Where the I see what chunk means now. I'm with what chunk means. Yeah, but they were. God, do you remember them, Martin? Some of them you had to punch your own hole in the side, didn't you, to get them to work?
How do you pronounce it, Mark? Bogey.
Bogie. No, in Norfolk it's Boger.
Boger.
I don't know. Vapor Capers, Mark, Naturevape, make a coil and rod with small peg on the end, fold wire in half, and wrap in parallel with 2 leads, finishing the end of rod. I think they're still on about the Nautilus coils, isn't it? Yeah. And I've got a load of silica wicks per stand. Chunk. Chunk is about
The only one good thing about silica was no dry hits. You'd get a little tickle when it was going dry, but you wouldn't get a full-on dry hit, would you? Which was good, but the flavour was porny. It's just horrific. You could never get through that breaking flavour on silica, I found. Just horrid.
There was the stuff that was almost plaited and flat that came from Russia, I think. And I can't remember the name of it. Kieran will remember in chat because he remembers everything like that. I bought loads of that stuff, but what put me off silica and what should put everyone else off silica is if you get silica without juice on it in your finger and thumb and go like that with a bright light, you have a look and see what comes off silica.
Shit, the dust that comes off it.
It's like glass fibres, and I don't want to be vaping that. Thank you very much. Not now.
No, I've always said, and I'll stand by this: the best innovation to ever happen to vaping was cotton.
Yep. And our little Pro coils, one of the first coils were cotton, and I think that's why. Yes, well, I think that's why we did so well. They were.
Excuse me.
The only place you really heard about cotton that came from the States, I think, first, didn't it? We didn't do it first. I think they did. That was where I heard about it from, anyway.
What, cotton? Yeah, I did. I did remember that. I think there was a couple of guys that first used cotton or first tried cotton, and I think they were American. I can't remember though.
There was a guy that used to do coil builds. It weren't Rip. There was someone else. He was really good, but they always call it cotton, don't they? Thank you, Kieran. Eco wool. See, I knew he'd remember. Oh, Chunk, eco wool.
Pav G says, "Count me in for a black nest and 20 times of each type coil and a true pro."
And a true pro. Yeah, well, Pav's a good supporter. Good supporter. So, Mark, I think we've discussed that at length. So I will be doing a review really quickly. Everyone will see it in full for what it is all about. So, lovely to hear that you'll pop on here from time to time, Mark.
Always, man. Listen, if I'm free, Mark, if I'm free, I'm on.
I'm chuffed to bits with that. And also chuffed to bits with the things you said about me on your Friday night. It was lovely.
All true. All true. Even though you fucking took the piss out of me tonight, all true.
Yeah, but always will. That's just banter.
It's only banter, mate.
Friendly banter I have. You have it's only banter. I have friendly banter.
No, I meant every word, Mark. You're probably one of the most stand-up guys in vaping. That goes for a businessman as well, running a business. I know it's not easy, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not a panel beater.
You're not a panel beater, no.
You said panel beater.
It's the same fucking thing, isn't it?
Oh dear.
Don't you get dints out of cars? That's the same thing.
I do. Daniel, what's he put? Now I'm allowed to say what I can about the Nest is awesome in every way. The airflow, the wicking, and most of all the flavour is by far the best I've had in 5 years. Genuine no spit back and no leakage. Boom. I can't do a mic drop. It's on a stand. If I did that, I'd just knock everything flying. Chunk again. Ready X Week. What's Ready X Week?
Oh, Ready X Week. So it was this. You won't know.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It was on a guy on Vapors TV back in the day.
Yeah.
He come up with this Ready X Week, and it was like military grade fucking ceramic silica or some shit.
Yeah.
Nonsense, in my opinion.
Yeah. And used covering aircraft wires in aircraft. I never did try. I heard of it. I did try and search it once and find it. I couldn't find it or get it. So
apparently there was. So he brought it out, and I think within 6 months or probably even less than that, it was banned from being exported outside the USA. So nobody could get it unless you were in the US.
Was it?
Not that anyone wanted it, to be fair.
A bit like the French don't like or want our Red Bull or want Red Bull, do they? It's banned there, isn't it? Red Bull, I think.
Yeah, good.
Are you not? Are you not a Red Bull fan, Mark?
No, I love Red Bull, but what have the French ever done for us, Mark?
Oh God, he's on about the French.
Joking. Joking. If there's any French people in, I'm joking. If there isn't any French people in, I'm not joking.
Actually, with that shirt, you could almost have the onions.
Didn't the French used to wave something like this? Like,
Yeah. Same with cotton. Tried all the known cotton and always went back to Muji. I'll tell you a good cotton. Puff. And it's ever so cheap and available to buy in big packs of like 100 and odd sheets. And Puff. You tried Puff? Mark,
I haven't tried
P-U-F-F?
Puff. So one of my favourite cottons is COTN cotton, but now beautiful cotton, silky smooth, like honest to God, as fluffy as you like. But supposed to be for 3mm coils. You put it in a 3mm coil, and it's always a little loose, and you get that crackly bit, which I hate. So I had to stop using it.
Right. I had some cotton down here that I've never even tried. Swag, never tried it. And Fuzz, also haven't tried it.
I think the Devil Vapor loves them too.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much really just stick to Muji.
I stick to Muji, but when I was doing reviews, I liked the the shoelace cotton, so I'd just buy any if it was cheap, if it was on offer, simply for the reviews, because it was so easy to use. I'd just buy, this one's G-Taste, or I get the Vapefly stuff, whatever was cheapest.
Yeah, we sold a lot of the Vapefly, an awful lot of that. That was one of those strange products that cost more on postage to get it here from China than it actually cost to buy the cotton almost. Crazy. Madness. Kieran, Ready Wicks was great, but bloody impossible to get in the UK unless you had friends overseas. Right, okay. Yeah, so that's exactly what you said. No zebra shirts next time, according to Pav. Oh, hello. Where are we off to?
I'm showing Sulphur Vapor Eric Cantona over there in the corner. Can you see him?
And the nationality of Cantona is?
He was a frog. But he was a legendary Frenchman, I've got to say.
My phone buzzed. I wonder what it was. It's not smoke. Another great show, Mark. TVP. Looking forward to seeing you on again. That's nice. Yeah. I think it's quite strange. Whenever you come on, Mark, the time just... I don't know what we talk about, but the time just absolutely just shoots. What's the time now? It's 9:45 nearly.
9:45, good grief.
The time just shoots, doesn't it?
No, it goes really, really quick. Probably because I'm a gobshite, Mark, and I don't show up.
Gobshite.
Say that again. What are you?
No.
Gobshite.
Well, actually, my father came from Manchester, so I suppose it's quite easy for me to copy the northern accent, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
What?
oh,
Whatever.
oh, Naturevape will stacked ceramic donuts work in the nest. Ah, good point. Hadn't thought of that. I thought you were then going to get a ceramic donut out, Mark.
Oh, behave. Unicron said it'd be nicer if I had Britney Spears on my wall. Well, I've got Eric Cantona or Elvis Presley, I'm afraid. That's it.
I would think they would, the ceramic. Do you remember the ceramic donuts?
Yeah.
I don't think many people use them anymore, do they?
I'd be surprised if anyone uses them, to be fair.
Because wasn't there some health issues with ceramic as well? Bits.
Yeah, again, there was talks about fibres coming off the ceramic, weren't there, and vaporing.
Yeah.
That's why I remember. Do you remember Vaporesso used to use like ceramic wicks and stuff?
Yes. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so they had to stop using the old ceramic wicks because there was a lot of talk of and do you also remember the I think it was Joytech come out with that. And so instead of a coil, it was a heating element, like a ceramic heating element. Yeah. Well, they didn't say it was ceramic, but I think there was some testing on that, and that was dangerous. That started flaking after time as well. So listen, just stick to Canthal stainless steel, stick to your coils, stick to the wicks that you know, and you'll be golden.
I think so.
Don't take any unnecessary risks that you don't have to.
No, all those earlier coils that with the silica wick, that they used to make. I used to give me a tickly throat, like a coffee throat. Always.
Yeah.
Chunk says that fuzz is good. Swag feels weird. I haven't tried it, Rufus. I've got it here. I just never tried it yet. Pav, Dion, try Cotton Gods wick. Superb, no breaking practically. Says that everyone's got their different favourites, haven't they? Mark's typing. Muji is good, but it means no name. Translation from Japanese, does it? It probably just means a generic sort of cotton, I suppose, but organic cotton.
Yeah, no, Roof. There was a few. There was a few back in the day who started using these ceramic coils and heating elements and wicks, ceramic wicks and stuff like that. It just never took off, man. It was, for me, it was nasty. And I always found with the ceramic wicks, especially, was you couldn't get satisfying vape off it. It was always a little too cool. And me personally, I was always too scared as well to pump the wattage up with ceramic just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I say, I don't like taking unnecessary risks, but I'll try anything once or twice. But
yeah. Ceramic coils. Someone said, weren't they going to be the next big thing in vaping? They were until all these sort of scares came along, really, and they're worried about bits dropping off them. I also got some ceramic tubes. Do you remember them? As wicks. And the idea was you put the ceramic tube inside your coil. And that was, the juice was supposed to almost go like through the tube and absorb through. But they didn't work. And they were so brittle that if you just did them the wrong way and the crumbles like biscuit.
Yeah, even something like that. How's juice supposed to soak into a ceramic? Like, you literally one puff, you got to put it down for 5 minutes while it soaks in again.
Yeah.
And have another. It's not gonna. It just doesn't work.
No. Ugh, Christ.
Why move away from something so simple as cotton? It makes no sense to me.
No, I agree. I do agree with you. So you got no plans as a. I did read a post about you going to come back, and I did read your reply. But there's genuinely no plans. You're a happy man not to.
Yeah.
But happy to pop on. Your show.
Right. So I was going to delete the channel, and a few people said don't. So I'm not going to delete the channel because there's quite a good few videos up there. So I'll leave it. But no, absolutely no plans to make any comebacks. I'm happy now. You know, I'm happy doing stuff like this. I'm content, Mark.
Well, happiness is the main thing in life, I think. Really is.
It is, absolutely, yeah.
A bit.
I just don't need the ag. I'm 40-year-old now, Mark. I'm not a 20-year-old kid. I'm 40 years old, 40 years of age. I've made enough enemies in vaping to last me a lifetime. So I'm just gonna crack on.
A funny little story about age. I did some work for a guy last week actually on his Jag. I didn't know what he did for a living, but every time he phoned me, it's like he was trying to control that conversation, and I wouldn't let him because I'm busy. And he said, if you can't do it, I'll get someone else who can. I said, well, good luck with that. I said, we're all really busy. I said, I'm trying to do you a favour, but it's up to you. If you want me to knock you out of the book, I will. And he, no. So it's like, so it carried on like this. Anyway, I went to do his car and late on the way home one night, otherwise, because it's going back on lease. And he said, he said, you must love what you do. He said, so much satisfaction in what you do. I said, yeah, there is. I'm a lucky bloke. I said, I've got 2 businesses and I love them both. I said, I'm interested in both things. I said, no, it's like going out to play, me going to work, not really a job. I said, what is it you do? He said, I teach people how to think. So I said, oh, right. I said, do you mean like a motivational speaker? He said, kind of. He said, I've actually got an MBE for it. He said, I'm quite well recognised. And I thought, right. So then I started to cast my mind back to our previous conversations of him taking charge and me not letting him and being quite bullish with him. And I said, do you think he said, I do courses. He said, I've actually had some quite well-recognised people on my courses and da-da-da, and he was successful and he was successful. I said, do you think I need to go on one of your courses then? He said, and he burst out laughing. He said, absolutely not. I just thought that was funny. That made my night, that did.
How can you have a qualification in teaching people how to think? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It was the reason that made me think of that little story was what he did say. One sort of analogy to me, which was I thought was quite good. And I don't know what you all think of this, but he said, "So you're over 50, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm 56." He said, "Right. So if you look at your career from leaving school to retiring," he said, "and condense that into a week," he said, "you're probably on about Thursday afternoon." He said, "Early afternoon." I said, "Yeah, about that, yeah." He said, "So if you were doing a job you hated, why would you," he said, "you've only got Thursday afternoon and Friday left. Why would you waste that time doing something you don't like?" And I thought, that is a good analogy. And that was why you said, when you said, I'm 40 now, you're on 40 or whatever, that made me think of it.
Well, that's a good analogy, that, isn't it?
It is,
you've got a day and a half left, fuck it.
Yeah, day and a half left.
What have I got left then? Probably 2 days?
You're on...
2.5 days?
Yeah, you're definitely... You're not into Thursday yet.
I'm still on fucking hump day. I'm on lunch on Wednesday.
You're on it. Yeah, you are about lunchtime on Wednesday, aren't you? So is that a depressing thought? You've only worked half your working life.
Yeah, I literally have, yeah.
Unless you're an eternal student who don't start their first job till the 20.
No, I got my first job at 16, so 24 years I've done.
24 years, yeah. And they're up the pension age now as well. So
yeah, but fuck me, by the time I retire, pension age will be fucking 80, won't it? So
I was 74, perhaps.
I'm probably only a third of my working life through. Like, God, grief.
Which I think is all right. If that's all right, making these rules and things. But if you're a builder or a mechanic who's got his back bent over a bonnet all day,
oh, you're screwed.
You aren't going to work till you're 70, are you, or 60?
You're screwed.
Absolutely, because your back's had it.
So by the time most of these people retire now, they'll be that old. They'll just won't give a shit about spending any money. They won't leave their house.
Well, no. They won't have the mobility to move their house.
Retire at 70, die at 71. Like, what was the point in that?
No point. No point at all. Everyone in chat is still going on about cotton. Oh, you're too stubborn, strong mind. Yeah, am I stubborn? I suppose I can be. I'll take that one on. I'll take that right on the chin. Fantasia, Nature or Salford. What's it about Naturevape? Oh, it must be Salford. Salford's doing overtime on a Saturday.
I think it's fucking on time for you, Salford. Knocking off time, you're done.
Salford's on double time. And a day off in lieu. You don't get that anymore, do you? When's the last time you heard of someone getting double time and a day off in lieu?
You get days off in lieu, don't you, Ben? Yeah, they do it at her place, days off in lieu.
There aren't many now, is there? There aren't many at all.
No, what they used to do at Romeo was if you were scheduled to work on a bank holiday, they'd just pay you the money.
Yeah.
You couldn't take a day off in lieu because there was that much, because you had to book your holidays like 18 months in advance. They'd just pay you for the day.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not having another day. Piss off. I
think there's a takeover bid coming on Royal Mail, isn't there?
I've no idea, mate. I couldn't give a monkeys now.
How did I know that was going to be your answer? I was just thinking you might want to reapply to the rival firm that buys them. Are you glad to be out?
Oh, honest to God, best thing they ever did for me. Like, looking back now, best thing they ever did for me. Although I loved the job at the time, it's like, there's other things out there, other avenues you can take, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than kill yourself for a fucking company who don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, well, someone did say to me once that job stands for just over broke.
Exactly,
That's where employers like to keep you. But depends who you work for, I guess.
Well, I work to live. I don't live to work. You know what I mean? It's like we all need money at the end of the day, but your
We
job
do,
shouldn't be your
yeah.
life.
I think if you can do something for a living that you enjoy, you've rung the bell, and if you can earn
Yeah.
a few bob at the same, I think the money actually naturally comes with that, with your enthusiasm and eagerness to enjoy what you're doing. You know, that's what I believe. You know, and
Absolutely, yeah.
I did a job I hated for 10 years, and you know, I just wish I hadn't have done that. I was one of these people worried about taken the leap of faith to self-employment, if you like. I mean, that was a
Yeah.
lot of years ago. Now I've been self-employed since 25 years now, I think, something like. I'm basically, Mark, unemployable.
No, I feel you, Mike, because I did the same. I was a painter and decorator from 16 when I left school, and I did it for,
Brushstrokes.
yeah, I did it for 15 years, and I hated it. Absolutely detested it. I couldn't stand it. I think the first 2 years I enjoyed it, and then after that, bits of my body were breaking down, like my knees, my back, and it's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm working 12-hour days to earn money because I was self-employed then.
Right.
For what? All right, I've got some money, but I'm fucking killing myself.
Yeah. Yeah, it can get you like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knees are another aspect of that. I mean, I kneel a lot doing what I'm doing, but I've got the knee pads built into my trousers so that hopefully I'll still be walking at retirement age.
I've got a bionic knee, mate, so I'm good. I'm good for
Oh,
another 50 years yet.
yeah. You have been rebuilt.
I have been rebuilt.
Ian Morgan, I'm 50 now. My body is wrecked from bricklaying 32 years. My point entirely. My point entirely.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, people sitting behind a desk saying these people can work till they're 67 or whatever. Not bricklayers can't. Definitely not. Vapor Capers, Naturevape, does Nest arrive pre-built, and how confident are you of the finished cleaning of RDA? Finished cleaning? I'm quite confident of the finished cleaning.
Is it going to come full of pubes and sweat, Mark? I think is what he's asking.
No, it should be FUD-free. Definitely.
There's going to be no DNA in it, okay?
Yeah, no, it won't come with a pre-built coil in it. I did get offered that, and I said no because, to be honest, I would rather. I think a lot of people, the rebuildable people, if it came pre-built, they would probably just pull that out and do it.
Well, if it came, another thing, if it comes pre-built, a lot of the noobs might think it's like just a pre-built. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to so you absolutely have to rebuild it. Yeah.
Honestly, Mark, you've rebuilt it. It is so easy. Anyway, it really is so easy. I'll show that on the video. I mean, I've shown.
If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, he's right. No, you're not. I always thought you were quite.
Listen, my videos were heavily edited for a reason. Okay, I'm just saying. Putting that out there.
I don't know if I should edit mine. Well, edit mine.
Do you actually edit anything, Mark?
No, nothing. All I do, literally, I take from the face camera to the table camera, and when I edit through, I cut and I get rid of the middle clip of film, and then I put a swipe down thing. That is all I do editing. That's only so you don't see the camera go from top to bottom. But while I'm doing it, and actually, if anyone is interested, that if you see someone, I mean, how many YouTube reviews have you seen, Mark? They're saying you put the coil in like this, and you sit there and think, he's cocked that. He's definitely cocked that.
Oh, yeah.
And
I can spot it a mile off.
And then the next frame, it's perfect. So
I can spot it. I've done it myself, mate. I've cocked a coil up totally, and literally after the next fucking fade, it looks perfect.
But if you slow down, a tip for everyone, you can go in your settings on YouTube and slow the video right down. You will see all the cuts and crops in that video. So if you want to know,
see my mark because I'm way too professional for that. Okay.
Well, you won't see my mark because there aren't any. I leave
exactly. Yeah. Chunkmeister, that's a good question. What is the diameter of the mesh when fitted, Mark?
6.5 mil. there's a rod, a coiling rod that will come with it, and it's 6.5 mil in the centre there. That it wraps around a 6.5 mil rod. I gave you a nice little piece of wood, didn't I, Mark?
I got a fucking branch, yeah.
That was mahogany. That was.
Fuck off! It still had a leaf on. Out the back garden. That's thick enough. That'll do. Put that in his package. You know.
Chunk, I'm 47. Glad to be alive with a car crash and writing it off. Oh, did you, Chunk? I didn't know that. Car crash and writing off a month ago. I didn't know that, Chunk. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm glad to hear that you lived to tell the tale.
I'm guessing you just wrote the car off, Chunk, and just like dusted yourself.
Went and picked the door up from the middle of the road,
like,
put it on the side. Yeah.
Walking home with door.
Kieran, 53, still feels fine. Yeah, I mean, Kieran, you've had a bad crash as well. Dion says he used to watch Brushstrokes. I mean, really, Mark, there is a resemblance, isn't there, between...
Can I just say, fucking Daniel got a twig as well, look.
Yeah, Daniel.
I'm seeing a pattern here. All the reviewers just going to get twigs off your driveway.
No, it's just that, and that's partly why I've done my review, because I wanted the retail packaging to do it, you know, with the proper coiling tool, not a piece of mahogany tappy stick to do it with.
Twig, you mean?
I call it tappy stick because that's what I use.
Yeah, no, he means a twig. He's trying to be. He's just a twig. Honest to God, if I had it to hand now, I'd show you my twig.
You haven't lost your twig.
With the leaf still on it.
You haven't lost your twig. Tell me you haven't lost that. That's a souvenir. Have you watched Grim Green build? No, I can't say I have Rufus really. I've watched the odd video of his, but I can't think of one.
No, right. So Grim Green's been going 12 years on YouTube, 11 years. His building still makes me cringe. But he's not asked. He don't give a shit. He don't profess to be like the best builder, but he's not the best.
Ian Morgan, Mark, could you wrap around a 2 mil rod and get a mouth to lung vape? Haven't tried it, Ian, but I would suspect the airflow might be.
Have you tried anything on your own idea yet?
I told you I had this purpose in my head. But
I did have the pre-built coiling. That's it.
You'd have to pack some. If you did a mouth to lung coiler on there, you'd have to pack some cotton around that. I think we'd be better off bringing out a proper mouth to lung version at a later date.
But again, Mark, good for people to tinker with. If they want to try it, crack on, try
exactly,
it. Or you say in the introduction, look, it's not built for that, but by all means, have a go.
Mm. And that is the nice thing. This is like a new avenue we can go down of a different way of doing things. And to be fair, sub-ohm tanks, I mean, how many of those are sold in the country, do you know what I mean, over the last couple of years? So if you like that style of vaping, you like the mesh, then you won't get a dry hit from this, I can assure you.
My MF just come in and said, what the fuck, thought he'd retired. I'm not TVP anymore. I'm actually this is just Mark and Mark. All right, so
this is RA. RA. What's the height of the mesh part? Chunk, you'll have to wait and find out.
You know, why don't you just read him the fucking specs, man? Like, what's the matter, Chunk? Just wait. You know, Chunk's like with his notepad. What's the stroking his beard like, interesting.
Daniel, you'd have to overlap the mesh, surely. Yeah, the cage. There's like as you know, Mark, there's a cage that it fits into, isn't there? Yeah. And that would be too big, I think. Yeah, I've forgotten you're on again, Mark. That's all right, Mike. I am a forgettable person. Yes, absolutely fine. So how come we've gone over 10 o'clock? Like, how come we've only got 45 thumbs up tonight, Mark?
I know it's not good enough, people. All right,
96 people watching. Look,
we had 120 at one point and 47 thumbs up. Hit that fucking thumbs up, right, you bastards.
And next week, I'll have more open discussions about the Nest, and perhaps I might even do a build live just to show how easy it is. That's tempting fate, isn't it, Mark?
That'll be interesting, Mark. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
a build off. What I'm
A
hoping to
build
do
off. A build off. I'm down.
I'm hoping to get people that I send one to, reviewers, hoping to get them on the show and talk about it with them, see what they think about it. And also, Mark, I know you're not reviewing anymore, but I said to you in a private message that I'd like to send you the retail sample. I know you've had the pre-production one, but I'd like to send you the proper retail one. And would you like to come back on and discuss it once you have it?
I told you, Mark. Anytime I'm free, I'm here.
And do a build off with me.
I'll do a build. Shit, man. I'll smash all of you. Sure, the old man still got it. The old retiree.
Do you want to borrow my specs?
No, that'd be great, Mark, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, good. It's set in stone. You heard it here, folks. 35 years as a boilermaker, plate metal worker takes its toll on your back. Yeah, I'll bet it does, Robert. Yeah.
Aye, Jesus, yeah.
I mean, with my other work, that's not a. If you actually look, you've seen me in the flesh, haven't you, Mark?
I have, yeah.
My forearms, I am like Popeye in the forearms because I am literally like this all day long, working. But it takes it out in like your elbow joints.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you're quite a big dude.
I don't look big on here, do I?
No, you don't. You look like a midget on here, but he's a big dude. Like
I go from Ronnie Corbett to something quite a lot bigger.
Yeah.
6'2" worth of chins. Thank you, Daniel. Put that comment up. And
yeah, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that.
We've now had 54 thumbs up. Still less than I'd hoped, folks. But especially if there's a build-up. Maybe Mark won't come back if there aren't a few.
How hard is it to hit the fucking thumbs up, Mark? Yeah?
It's that blue bit, isn't it, Mark? Or you have to make it blue, don't you? It's that one, don't you? You have to make it blue. MF.
Gatesy covers. I talked about the RTA earlier. You have to skip through earlier on.
Yeah, that already been discussed. But yeah, you did say on your Friday show that you were going to come back to that, and you must have forgotten.
I totally forgot. Yeah, I was too busy going out with a bang. As they say.
Well, talking of going out with a bang, I think we are done and dusted at 8 minutes past 10. You got 8 extra minutes from us, folks. I don't know where that time's gone again.
8 extra minutes of looking at this shirt. Come on.
It's a gorgeous shirt, Mark.
It is beautiful, isn't it? Thank you.
With or without onions. Would you like to say your goodbyes, Mark?
Yes, thank you everyone in chat for coming in and making it a thoroughly enjoyable evening. Thank you, Mark, for having me on again, and hopefully I'll see you this time next Tuesday.
Lovely. Be nice. Yep. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for all your comments. Always good and positive, my chat, and that's what I love. That's what keeps me motivated, really. The good positive attitude that people have got here. Take care, guys. You know the usual, what I tell you with this virus thing. And vitamin D has now been... I went on about vitamin D months ago, Mark. And it's now been proven that it does help. Months and months and months ago, I went on about that.
Some people just don't listen, Marky Mark, do they?
Don't listen. I also said that Cheltenham races shouldn't go ahead. I also said the rugby shouldn't go ahead. Now they're all saying, we shouldn't have had the Cheltenham thing. All comes, doesn't it? Not that I know everything, but I did know that. I think that, well, the Chinese, to be fair, I talked to them and they said, please wear a mask. This is evil. And they warned me more. I was probably more in the know than most people were because they'd already had it. So anyway, I'm digressing and we're going to go. So thanks for watching, everyone. Mark, thank you ever so much for popping on. And sorry I missed your message earlier in the day.
Absolute pleasure, Mark.
So until next week, folks, take care. Bye for now.